People are crazy about 90s cars. In fact, there are a lot of clubs dedicated to just those kinds of cars. But I think that the mid-2000s are often overlooked. You've got the Civic FD, the Toyota Corolla Altis. But what we have right here is the Ford Focus TDCi, a diesel turbocharged hatchback from Ford back in 2007. This is a 2008 model, but you get the point. We're gonna take a look at the inside, the outside to see how it drives. I'm sure you're gonna wanna visit Philkotse.com, search for one of these, and drive home with one today. So let's take it for a quick look, shall we? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Leroy and welcome back to another review on Philkotse.com. Today we have a 2008 Ford Focus TDCi turbo diesel. One of the unique features of the Ford Focus is this. In order to open the hood latch, you're gonna have to take this out right here. It's gonna give you a key where you can place a key right in here. There's no way to open it from the inside because Euro. So then, and there's a ritual actually. You get here, and then there's a quick ritual. And you slide this right here, and then it opens. Yay! This is actually your fifth take, so thank you guys. So under the hood, you have your G6 DD 2-liter diesel, turbo diesel engine. It makes 134 horsepower and 340 Newton meters of torque. I mean, for the money that you're gonna spend, where else can you find that performance? BMW, come on. 340 Newton meters of torque, that means instant power, anytime, all the time. So it's got this large panel right here, but when you remove this, and there's your diesel engine. All that power under the hood. I mean, we're gonna take it for a spin later on and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. I got a confession to make. I love the Ford Focus. I mean, as a kid, I've always dreamt of having one. In fact, driving Need for Speed, I always select the Ford Focus even though I've been left over by my enemies. It's always a Ford Focus, all day, every day. Ford Focus ST, exactly. But this, I mean, take a look at it. You got this simple headlamps. It's got projector style headlamps, by the way. It was installed DIY by the owner. I'll tell you more about it later. It's got this interesting grille right here and this large lower grille. You got these projector style fog lamps. The overall look is just drips sporty, if you know what I mean. And then it tops off with this Ford logo. Perfect. We've got this power bulge right here on the hood. There's nothing more I can say about this front end except I want to take it home and make sweet, sweet love to it. If you love that front end, there's more to love about how this side looks. You know how our car brands these days just forget about how the side panel looks? Design the front, design the back, forget about the sides. Now, not with the Ford Focus. I mean, take a look at this. You got side moldings right here, a character line right across the door handles. These door handles, they actually look modern. There's nothing 90s about these things, all 2000s. You got turn signal indicators right on the mirrors, which are power folding. Once you get inside, you can just fold that right up when you're parking tight spaces. You got these wheel arches that fill in quite nicely with the 16-inch mag wheels. I mean, take a look at these mag wheels. One tip, if you want to buy a Ford Focus, you have to figure out about these lug nuts right here. You can't just head over to your favorite tire shop and buy, you know, just the 18 or 17-inch mags, because these are PCD 108s. Remember that, PCD 108s. Regular mags are PCD 100 or PCD 110. They want to be special. They want to be right in the middle, 108s. We've got these stock side skirts right here. You get that right out of the factory. You got these blacked out B-pillars. Even though it's a hatchback, it doesn't look egg-like at all. It looks quite like an arrow, even though it's shaped roundly. Definitely sporty, I'm telling you that. I love this car. My love affair with the Ford Focus continues on in the rear. Look at these, the spoiler right here with integrated tail lamps, this large rear windshield with this integrated wiper right here. Gives it that Euro feel. Now take a look at these tail lamps right here. They're integrated into the curve of the rear and then slopes right down. I mean, it really looks edgy. It's a 2000s edgelord after all. Look at the rear, it's really boxy looking, which adds to its retro and timeless kind of appeal. They've got this large plastic trim on the bumper, which is definitely going to help you when you're loading stuff in. And this rear diffuser. What you're going to do with a rear diffuser with 130 horsepower, 340 newton meters of torque, that's what we're going to find out later on when we drive it. The way that the rear is designed, it's just 2000s sporty. I mean, forget about the 90s, the 2000s are where it's at with the Ford Focus. When you think hatchbacks in the modern era, you think small hatchbacks, Picanto, Mirage, Wigo. Ford Focus changes all that. Back in the 2000s, if you wanted sporty and space, this is what you get. Opening this large rear hatch, you have this cavernous cargo space. The owner actually put in this DIY subwoofer right here. I'm going to tell you more about that later. We got all our camera stuff, the owner's tools, toolbox, kits. We got this drill right here. I mean, you could probably put 2 more shoes right here and then you won't have any problems. One more thing that the owner put inside are these LED cabin lamps that actually add more illumination to the inside. If you need space for taller items, all you have to do is take out this tonneau cover. Then you can just slide this right out. And you got space for taller items. I mean, take a look. There's more stuff in there than my trunk space in a Honda Civic. I can't tell you how I love the Ford Focus. I mean, search for Philkotse.com. You're going to find more of these stuff right there. Let's take a look at the inside. Well, that was easy. And like most hatchbacks these days, getting in the Ford Focus, it's a breeze. You got these manual adjusting seats where you can adjust your height and how you want to sit forward, depending how long your legs are. Now, the steering wheel right here is adjustable for both reach and rake. So looking for the perfect driving position is a breeze. Now, look at these trims right here. It's soft touch. Instead of having that hard plastic right there, you get this really soft rubberized feeling, even on the door handles. And this door trim with carbon fiber inserts on the doors and on the center stack. It's a 6-disc CD changer with automatic climate controls and CD changer, and it doesn't have any Bluetooth in it, of course, but you get an aux jack. The aux jack's located in the glove box, in case you're wondering. And hey, you've got this large center console where you can put all your stuff in. And if you just check out this out, you can't find this these days. That center stack, that ain't going nowhere. You can definitely check the quality of Ford and its craftsmanship. Even the shift knob. This is a 6-speed manual transmission, so it can definitely get you going in the jiff. And it has a leather boot there. It definitely feels sporty right here, and you can't find this in any car these days. The simplicity, the craftsmanship, the soft touch materials. It's a good place to be in, and I wonder what it feels like at the back. Oh, one more thing. The seats are properly bolstered, so it can fit my fat ass just fine. So going at it at triple-digit speeds shouldn't be a problem. If you noticed, it's getting pretty hot in here, so let's check this out. Oh, that's more like it. Hi there. Well, that was easy. The back of the Ford Focus is definitely the strong points compared to other hatchbacks. Because in other hatchbacks, you don't get a lot of headroom, but in here, you can sit up straight without hitting my head in the ceiling. So that's no problem. It's got tons of leg room. Look at that knee space right there. And the floor in the front seat doesn't really torture my ankles at all. It's got lots of soft touch panels, and it passes my elbow test. That right there, that's the elbow test. So yeah, definitely fits my arm if I want to chill out. But the center of this car, it's definitely not. It's not a good look. It's not a good place for me to sit in. So I'm sure that you want to fit 5 people in here, but leave it to 2.5 at the most. Small kids and all that. Check this out if you want to chill out. This thing folds out. Yeah, that's limo mode. That's what you call limo mode. So, okay guys, so just drive off. Leave me alone. I just want to rest. Like I said, this is my childhood dream car, and I've always thought of wanting to drive a Ford Focus. And just looking at the steering wheel right here, leather wrapped, just confidence inspiring. I'm starstruck right now, so I'm trying to catch my breath and I'm driving this car. Steering is definitely direct, as every good car should be. It's nicely weighted. It's not, not like one of those electronic brouhahas. It's definitely linked to where you are. All right, so the owner put in quite a few modifications under the hood. First of all, notably the Mega Squirt remapping for the S40 Source Turbo. Oh, that's one thing. The Ford Focus 2nd Gen, the Mark II, this one, actually shares the same platform as the Mazda 3, Volvo S40. So if you need some parts swap, that's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. They just share the same platform. They don't share the same parts, but somehow the owner was able to source some parts turbo from the S40. And you can definitely feel it, the boost. It's never gonna end. A few things about the dash. First of all, I'm gonna turn on the headlamps. It's getting dark. Where are the lights? Oh, they're right here. On your left-hand side. Make sure that you pass the Ducci on the left-hand side there. It's on the other side. It's a dial. This is any good European car should be. This is, after all, Ford Europe product. You can't find this car in the US, no matter how hard you try. And oh my goodness, I love this car. If you get a chance to drive it, if you see someone selling this, give it a test drive. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Well, the owner actually quotes 15 kilometers per liter in the city. That's unheard of. That's Prius types of numbers. Toyota Prius, eat your heart out. And out on the highway, there was just one time you went out to Naga, Bicol. And if you were familiar with that place, it's far. It's damn far. I once drove up there. Crazy. So on a drive to Bicol and back, that's a total of almost 1,000 kilometers. Yeah, more than 1,000 kilometers. He spent 900 pesos on diesel. Crazy. Was that okay? Is that okay? Okay. I'm definitely at a loss of words. I'm not gonna say anymore. Just gonna enjoy the drive. Shut the F up. So, get out. Yeah, seriously, get out. Don't do this, kidding. I'll see you guys later. Awesome. Peace. With all the great selection of cars available on Philkotse.com, how does a Ford Focus TDCi stack up against all that? We're gonna give it a Philkotse grade. When it comes to practicality, the Ford Focus TDCi 2008 can seat up to 5 people. But just make sure you keep it up to 2.5 people probably at the back, and you should be fine. Headroom is great, leg room, knee room, it's all awesome. Plus, that boot at the back can fit a lot of stuff on it, almost about to see 7, maybe 6 boxes of shoes and 3 weeks of groceries. For practicality, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. For performance, forget about it. 132 horsepower, 340 Newton meters of torque. It's got performance for days. Plus, get this, city driving, 12 to 15 kilometers per liter. And when you get out of town, I don't know, 25 kilometers per liter, I don't know. You're not gonna think about all the gas you're gonna need. Just make sure that you keep within the prescribed maintenance schedule and you should be golden. For performance, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Easy. When it comes to aesthetics, I am in love with the Ford Focus. The fact that I keep using this car in Need for Speed with all the right curves in all the right places, plus just the right touch of edginess to keep things interesting, the Ford Focus is definitely a winner in my book. For aesthetics, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Value for money is a mixed bag. If you want to sell your Ford Focus, you might be disappointed. But if you want to buy a Ford Focus, price range would range around $150,000 to $350,000, depending on the condition. So if you're in the market for a great looking car that runs amazing, with performance for days and space for all your stuff and your family, the Ford Focus would be an amazing value. So for value, you get it a 3.5 out of 5. So what's it gonna be? How will the Ford Focus TDCi Turbo Diesel stack up against the lineup of cars in Philkotse.com? I gotta admit, I am biased. This is my childhood dream car after all, and I want it to be your dream car as well. So for everything else, the total overall score, our Philkotse grade for this, will be a whopping 4 out of 5. You got your Japanese cars, JDM, you got your 90s legends. That's all well and good, but good luck finding one. Now, if you want to have an alternative when it comes to performance, when it comes to looks and practicality, the Ford Focus is gonna be your best bet. And with diesel power, you're definitely gonna save a few pesos, more than a few pesos at the pump. So head on over to Philkotse.com. What is Philkotse.com? Philkotse.com is your portal for all your car buying needs. Just head on over to Philkotse.com, hit the search button, make sure that you search for the Ford Focus that we have right here, and then I'm sure you're gonna drive home with one at your budget. And thank you for watching another review. Make sure that you hit like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification icon right there, and make sure you are aware and you're informed of all our videos that we'll be updating. And we'll be uploading so much more within the next few weeks. Our push is to have more subscribers so that we have more people here to like. Make sure that you like our videos. Again, it's your boy Leroy. Peace.
Aboy, sa anong gusto nyo hatchback na sasakyan? Mirage? Settle?
Yun.
Mazda? Ikaw sir? Iyon?
Gusto ko yung Rocket Bunny pa.
Rocket Bunny? Grabe naman yun. Sino yun?
Ano yung narinig ko? Hatchback na yan, ha? Mag-focus ka kasi. Ha?
Hindi sir, ang akin lang naman.
Kita kinakausap. Ha? At dumi-dumi nyo lahat. Maligo kayo. Actually, di ako naligo kanina.
Sir, akin, ano bang gusto nyo
Mag-focus ka kasi. Mag-focus ka.